Hello and welcome everybody here to the second playthrough on this channel, and I know you've already seen it in the title, you've seen it in the thumbnail. The second playthrough of Imperator Rome on this channel will be Sparta. There are multiple reasons to play Sparta. First of all, because it's amazing. Second of all, because it's super cool. And it's also a very romanticized actual version of Sparta. I know Sparta wasn't the way it's depicted in media, but let me have my dreams, will ya? It's going to be a bit different, because we're going to be a stratocratic monarchy, meaning that we are not a republic, which is quite different from the very first playthrough. If you want to learn the basics of this game, go to the first playthrough, because in the Roman playthrough I explain what I do, why I do it, and where I do it. Here I will do it primarily just, based on existing. I will also play on very hard in this one. Let's see if we can tackle the AI. And our ruler is named Areus Agiad. Agiad, I think is how I pronounced it anyway. There's going to be some super cool thing that you don't even know yet about in this one. This one is going to be crazy, okay? Believe me, this one is going to be crazy. Alexander the Great. In Babylon, 18 years ago, the Argead King Alexander died suddenly at the age of 32. In the 5 years preceding his death, his continuing military successes had reshaped the world as known to the Greeks, his empire stretching uninterrupted from Egypt to the Indus. The shock of Alexander's early death and his lack of a chosen successor sent shockwaves through the hierarchy of satraps and generals who attended him, splintering his empire into elements ruled by these potentates styled as the Diadochi. For many years, they and their successors have been locked in a bitter struggle over the future of the empire, drawing all nations within the sphere of influence into the conflict. The wars of the Diadochi will surely continue. Perhaps it is up to Sparta to decide how they will end. We didn't start it, but we will end it. The die is cast, brother. Now, what we're going to do with Sparta is going to be a big meme. What is very important to take a look at first is that we will be in Laconia primarily. Why will we be in Laconia primarily? You will see that, okay? Once we do our thing, you will see. Okay. First things first, I'm going to fabricate a claim here on the province of Laconia. There you go. Costs us 200. Quite expensive, but that is fine. I'm also going to go ahead and name our own king, the leader of this army, because that is pretty neat. And then I'm going to go ahead and maybe actually recruit, like... I don't even have any horses, right? I mean, I don't like the perspective of this. I would rather just have more of these. So let's get up to 10k and declare war as soon as we can. But we also have disloyal characters. Cleonymus Agiad. So this is... how's he related to me? Show me. We don't know. He is in some way related to me, but we have no idea because there's no family tree. And this is the only thing that I'm going to really, declare in this detail. In monarchies, what matters is that you keep people loyal and make them support your actual successor. There is a difference here between succession support and supporters, so, only some supporters will actually flock to the person that is the actual legitimate successor. Meaning that if, he takes over, some people here are going to be fairly unhappy about it. The next ruler's legitimacy is kind of hampered by the fact that good old Cleonymus Agiad here has quite the decent amount of support. I want you to be aware, once he grows up, Acrotatus, that will no longer be a problem. And I want you to be aware of something else. Tokudides Priapid. Reminds you of anybody? That is JOHAN Anderson. He put himself into the game, the absolute madman. And I need you to look what Priapus means, okay? I'm not gonna say it. I'm gonna delete any comments that refer to it. But how he snuck this past QA, you tell me, buddy. You tell me. Now, this dude, I will use him. I will use him as a general because I think he's a great dude. Having JOHAN himself in our thingy here, that would be amazing. We are not married yet. We need to be married so that people below us actually go and marry. What about going... unnoticeable, just, and kindly. You know what? Nausistrat Güllepid. Weird names. Aristagora Kephistodid. It's terrible though, look at her stats. I think we're gonna marry Calliston Dudid. Obsessive, tolerant, honest. Alright, and we're married. Now that we are married, everybody else can marry. And I'm actually, you know what, I'm gonna Oh, it has to be 1 full month, 1 full year, that's fine. He's gonna lead our first war. The pretender support is fine because we're not planning on dying. And I would love to... We don't need to import any iron. We don't need wood yet. So what about we just go with olives? I want our slaves, long term, to be happy. There you go. Now that we've done this, we have olives right here. 1 more would be nice, so that I could actually go ahead and, you know, kind of deal with everything when it comes to the national surplus. But what we're going to do first is we're going to declare war on Messenia as soon as we actually can, which is the 31st of October. Oh, stop that. Thank you. Did they have any allies? No. Take Laconia. Let's go, boys. I'm ready. They have 3 cohorts. We can easily beat them up and end this war immediately. Alright, they're just hiding over here. What a bunch of cards. There you go. Now we're sieging it down. Keep sieging, boys. The ship of state. The renowned philosopher Anaxicrates Kephistodide believes that the world will never be free of its evils until the kings and princes of this world have the spirit and power of philosophy. The ship of state must be captained only by men of wisdom, benevolence, and authority. Anaxicrates Kephistodide has identified Areus Agiad as one of the potential to learn the true virtues of a ruler under his diligent tutelage. Sparta gains 2 legitimacy. Becomes Philosophos. So we would name him Philosophos. Who's currently Philosophos? You. Euclides Kephistodide. Would you become a scorned family if I kick you out? Kephistodide. Maybe, I don't know. They have... No, we can kick him out. There you go, now they're up to... Yeah, they're fine. They're gonna be fine. Alright, maybe he's gonna teach us something good, I hope so. He's not the best at his job, I will be honest with you. You want Messenia, Laconia to Sparta, which means you literally give up. But I want your money, buddy. Can I offer you a piece where I get that? The thing is, I want... Look at this. I need to have their money, though. So I'm going to decline this offer. Because I need their money. It is quite important to me on a personal level. You know, we mostly will finance ourselves via the money. Oh, and we are also stressed. Okay. Finesse, -1. Once I can exchange him, I will actually exchange him for the JOHAN lookalike. And they're building an actual army here, aren't they? Areus Agiad's philosophical education. While Areus Agiad has learned some small lessons from his years of philosophical tutelage under Anaxicrates Kephistodide, it is clear that he is not the stuff for a philosopher king. Anaxicrates Kephistodide is not entirely dissuaded, however, and would agree to remain in Sparta in exchange for the patronage of his work. Ah, sure, let's go ahead here. Oh, we don't have 100 bucks. What? You know what? Why don't you move on, buddy? And now that we have a free job yet again, I guess we can just give it back to this old dude. How are you doing? He's gonna be... Yeah, now he's loyal again, so don't worry about it, mate. Cleonymus. So he's the pretender, and he's very, very unhappy. He has decent popularity, but it is shrinking tremendously. So as long as I don't integrate him in our state's activity, we will be fine. I'm not actually gonna assault, by the way. I don't think it's worth it with the very limited manpower pool that we do have. The sacking of Messenia. Let the men roam freely. How's our popularity? It's already very, very high, actually, yeah. Don't really want to do that, then. Did we capture slaves? We did. Okay. You know what? Let's just have the looting be gentle, I guess. Alright, and with that being taken, now we should be in a position to actually demand this and the money. There you go. Thank you. I appreciate it. We could now give them... And not our culture, are they? Peloponnesian? Oh no, they are our culture. But I'm just gonna put the aggressive expansion down and banish them. And now that we've done this, we have to look towards the future. Now, what will our future be? We will expand inside of, you know, inside the Peloponnese. I don't know how you pronounce it, okay? Don't even. Because then we can form Arcadia once we hold those provinces. If we form Arcadia, we would be in a tremendous position, okay? Like, in a straight-up amazing position. What are we producing here? It's grain, huh? I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to move these slaves over to Sparta. There you go. I'm going to absorb all slaves except the olive ones, because the olive ones are the good ones. Ooh, iron, huh? Ooh, each 15 slave pops will provide an additional +1 iron. I mean, in that case, I don't really need you, do I? I'll move you to Sparta. There you are. Now, Sparta houses 15 slaves, so we are on a good way. I'm actually going to move you, and this all costs us power, by the way, but since they're slaves, it's easier to move them. And I'm going to centralize our slaves in Sparta, and then we're going to go ahead and build some granaries. Because those granaries feed the slaves and keep them happy. And I'm primarily doing this so that I then can go ahead and export some granaries, but also just be really, really, really good. The local population growth here will be huge. I'm telling you straight up. There's an ultimate plan here in what I'm doing. Don't even worry about it for a second. And we have a daughter, Irene. Interesting. Should probably also go for inventions, although... National tax, absolutely. I kind of want to go for army moral recovery. We have a really good research efficiency at this point, so this is not even like worrying in any way. But we do need more oratory power. That is guaranteed. Only then will we be able to go to war against the people standing in our way. Oh, they want to invite me to a defensive league. You? Are you already in one? No, you're not. What if I say yes? I can't say yes to both, right? Because, like, at least temporarily being in that league would be beneficial. How did I do that? No, okay, now I'm only in the Trojan League. Could I invite you? Doesn't appear like I could. Oh, no, I could. But I'm not the leader of the defensive league. Lofty ambitions. Heliodoros Gulipede and his dreams of high office are fairly well known in Sparta, but recently he has been lobbying more urgently of his suitability and deservedness. While ordinarily we would be able to appoint whoever we like to the post without causing offense or starting rumors, the enthusiasm of Heliodoros Gulipede has put us in a rather awkward position regarding the incumbent official. We should approach this carefully. Right, so... I could have a researcher become the Hierophant. Are you good at zeal? Oh wow, he's amazing. Heliodoros, you're amazing at this, wow. Here's a 9. I'm gonna go ahead and do that and then name Hieronymus. Because we do need a new researcher, don't we? Yeah, there you go. And now Hieronymus can be that researcher, sure. Let's go ahead and do that then. Could also call down an omen. I would love to go with national tax. How much tax are we making right now? Pretty decent chunk of money. You know what? National tax up. There you go, yeah. Pretty decent chunk of money, as I said. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put down the army maintenance for the time being. Fort maintenance could be put down as well. No, I just want to earn some money. No, that is fine. Scandal. Scandal is unfortunately part of an average day in the Spartan court. Ordinarily, we would simply ignore such petty squabbles. However, on this occasion, the esteemed Cephisophon Dudid was found in flagranti delicto with his lover Lysandra Cephistodid by his spouse Philagelipede. Philagelipede, the spouse over... Okay, right. So we have you, my Archisomatophylax. That's not a word. What even is he? He's our... the officer in charge of the monarch's royal bodyguard and oversees their personal protection and maintains domestic order. Would we have somebody that is at least equally... Oh, yeah, pretty much. Oh, I don't want to put you in. But Echecrates. Ooh, Thucydides could go here, you know? I mean... Shouldn't tolerate public infidelity. Thucydides, there you go. Hope you get... Oh, he already has a child. She's a daughter, though. But he has a child. Alright, a lot of people here offering us stuff. You want grain. Right, good idea, brother. National manpower, absolutely. But the rest I will say no to. Because we're still at +1. That is quite nice. I appreciate that. We do need more oratory power, but we also need to fill this in desperately. And I really want to fill it in right now for this bonus. It's a huge bonus. I've said this in the other video. It's incredible how big this bonus is. The last idea we're going to pick... Maybe multi-corruption, because we're not really worried about generals as of right now. We're not big enough. No, we're kind of just like a bit of a playing ball here. We may hold parts of Laconia, but not the significant ones. Oh, that's a pretty decent war. None of you are at war, but you are in a defensive pact. Wait, weren't you? Oh, that defensive pact is tiny. No. I need to go to war against these fools. I'm gonna go ahead as well and transform some money into oratory power whenever we can. It's very, very important that we actually do that. Right. So with Sparta, we are, as I said, in a precarious position because everybody, this is, you know, this is Clash of the Titans here, and we are the smallest ones. So we gotta, like, hold on to our... yeah, I think we're gonna go with monthly corruption down. Just keep the corruption away, yeah? How's our research? Research, there you go. Still 141. This is nice. Very, very nice. So the way I see it... Are you allied? Oh yeah, that's a big alliance. Oh Jesus, that's a huge alliance. But Boeotia is being attacked by Macedon itself. Jesus Christ. Oh, and Corinth is... Wait, who's sieging you down here? It's just a small alliance of states, isn't it? Wait, is... Oh, over there, you see this? This one is at war. But Macedon is not doing so hot right now, so maybe we can actually pull through here. Sure, I'll give you military access. We just need to come out on top here. We already have all ideas matching now, which means that I will focus... Oh, there you go. On actually getting the entire topic of getting claims going. Could we become friends of Epirus, by the way? Oh, baby. Now that we are friends with Pyrrhus himself, we shall surely stand a chance against Macedon and against the city-states of Arcadia. Once more, the renowned Olympic Games are due to occur in the city of Olympia. The traditions surrounding these games are ancient, reputedly dating back to the days of mighty Heracles himself, and they are an occasion in which all of Greece rejoices. It is our custom to send the proudest, most able young son of Sparta to compete on our behalf. We believe we have found two ideal candidates, a towering Adonis of a man by the name of Andragoras, and a son of Apollo himself, who calls himself Cephisophon. Which of these fine athletes should we send to compete in the games? I think we want to send Andragoras, right? Oh, he actually prefers the right heir. Cephisophon. I'm gonna send Andragoras though. I think it's the military stat, or is it all stats? No, you know what? Let's send Cephisophon because I'm rewarding him for supporting the right heir, despite my heir just being a kiddo. A teeny weeny kiddo. Wasn't there technology, fabricate claim cost? Let's bring that down so that we will have it cheaper for the time being. What are you doing anyway? Olympics concluded. Let's read that in a second. Local tax, commerce, income, governor wage plus 20. I don't think we want to do anything else right now. So far, so good then. The Great Olympics game have come to an end with much rejoicing and celebration. The highlights of this year's games was during the prestigious chariot race, the Senoris. Aikides of Taulantia saved a fellow competitor from almost certain death when his chariot was overturned in the dusty mayhem of the race. Overall, the victor was declared to be Gorgos Karinid of Byzantion, a first-time winner of the Olympics whose brawn, virility, and Heraclean vigor are beyond compare. He will go down in the annals of history as a champion of the Olympiad. Alright, well, since we at least participated, they like us, so that's pretty good. You know, like, we get more popularity since we sent somebody over there. Popularity is very, very important in... Oh, there you go, they are slowly dropping off. Popularity is very, very important in... Yeah, look at that. In spread of ISIS, Jesus. It's very important in monarchies, unless you want to risk a civil war, which can happen quite frequently, but even then. Spread of ISIS. An Egyptian ship has docked at the port in our city in Epidaurus Limera, carrying a priest of the ISIS cult amongst its cargo. The Egyptian goddess has seen a growing cult in her honor, with all the rites and celebrations one usually sees among the mystery cults of the Greek pantheon. The cult is certain to set their sights on Sparta if we let them, and start sharing their teachings among our locals, though we have heard a lot of good things about this cult. Maybe it is for the better. Not the biggest fan, my friend. I know local unrest and everything, but I think I'm gonna bar them. There's no need for an Egyptian goddess in Epidaurus Limera. Don't necessarily want to welcome them here, you know? That's just a feeling. Nothing else. Man, we really need to go to war. We need to have a reason, though. Currently don't have that reason, my friends. Touched by Hermes. Kythera has seen a huge influx of traders and travelers from far and wide recently. One of our advisors jokingly suggests we must have been blessed by Hermes himself. It might have been a joke, but paying our dues to the god might be a good idea nonetheless. It could only be a boost in long-term business, right? Sparta gets money. We will be inspired by the god and make the most of it. Or we could lose money and get power. I think the bonus isn't... Oh, actually, it's Sparta as a total. That's big. You know what? I'm gonna give the money up, sure. Let's see why not. Yeah, look at this. We're making decent money anyway. We would remove this absolutely not. Get out of here. Epirus, what are you doing? Man, I wanna go to war, brothers. Brother. Let me go to war. They're all at war already. You would like an alliance, huh? I mean, sure. Let's see why not. Can I just leave this defensive league? Do you hate me more now? Let's see. No, they don't care. Alright, good to know. Good to know. That's all I wanted to see. There's a lot of defensive alliances inviting me, but I don't think that's... Excuse me? They just insulted me. I guess that's their reaction, huh? You dickheads. Wow. Outrageous! I want an alliance. Oh, that's kind of cool, actually, yeah. I'll take that alliance. Are you at war? Please tell me you're... Oh, let me aid you. Let me aid you. How do I aid you? Please, let me in. Alright, so far so good. It's just, sometimes it's just a bit of a waiting game, right? I'm still wanting and willing to invest all my money in buying political favors. But do keep in mind, we have to put this up to the normal level here. We're still making a profit, that is quite nice. What is your alliance, my friend? Not that big an alliance, especially because some of you appear to be sieged down. Oh, this is nice. If I go in immediately, right, we might have a chance of actually pushing through there. I would love to see it. And we're being invited into... You know what? Sure. And I think it's time. I mean, what do you want me to say? I will not declare war like that. I will... Oh, it's 200? What? Wait, didn't we have a... Didn't we get that invention? I'm pretty sure we did. What the hell? Too many relations. Oh, well. Who do we cut off here? Poison. Does the defensive league actually count like that? I'm gonna leave you again. Goodbye. And now, okay, so defensive league and alliance counts for 2 relations. Come on, dude. That's ridiculous. I told you Treusen would love to come in, but we can't call him right. Oh, now they don't want to come in anymore. That's fine. I'm gonna call in Epirus. Sure. I wish we could call them in, but that's not a thing, huh? Oh, I don't wanna... What am I doing? Yo, you gotta tell me when I do stupid stuff, you hear me? Like almost declaring war without a war goal. Veterans move on. The prime farmland granted to veterans of battle is a simple recognition of their service to Sparta. Sometimes, however, the lure of battle and glory can prove too much for those unaccustomed to a life of menial labor. A recent bad winter caused those working the fields to up and leave, hoping to find better work in our armies, leaving a vast tract of arable land unclaimed. We have reappropriated it to better settle our flourishing state. Sparta gets 1,000. Amazing, thank you. I appreciate it. And let's go ahead. Call in Epirus. Oh, that's a lot. Doesn't... Dude, I don't know. I think... I mean, they're being sieged down right here, so I think we can just go in and try to win this. Will we actually win this? I mean, I hope. But this is very hard, so I couldn't tell you. Let's slow it down a bit. He's not getting away. That's the spirit. 7th September. We're going to be there 29th August. We're so much quicker. Alright, so we are going to tear them apart here. They barely have any morale. Do you see that? They are destroyed. Yeah, they got stack wiped right there. Alright, let's... Oh, we gotta... Alright, you know what? I'm gonna just produce one more of these heavy troops then. Because then we can actually siege this down. We are lucky that this is going on, because I think this costs them so much in terms of, you know, the troops that they have and that they would have without us being there. So we can try and grab as much of Laconia as we can here. I don't know how the other people are going to interact with it. I could also call Troyzen in, but don't really care for that. I don't think that's something we want to do. We are also actually going to pick up the first tech level here quite soon, and with that tech level we're going to pick up the first tradition. This is great. It's going very, very well. So now with the civic advances, with national commerce income and monthly wages. And then here we have the maintenance cost, etc. going up a bit, but the military cost going down. Alright, so what I was thinking is, right, you have 3 lines, and most people underestimate just how impactful these are. So, for example, if you go down this one, and you can't go like this and then this, you have to go, you know, just down. If you go this one down, this changes how you want to compose your army so much. And I personally feel like we're gonna go with the classic Greek traditions, with the Sarissa, you know, and then we're gonna go with Centuries of War. That's us. The Silver Shields, you know, that sort of stuff. This is for the, you know, everybody that is essentially a Diadochi. And this is just for the people that are now, you know, on the coast trying to become, you know, Massalia, for example. Massilia, I mean. I think those are good for them. We're gonna go with the Sarissa and just give ourselves a much better heavy unit. Oh, they're already sieging this down. I hope that they don't take this. Like, if I can... I really... Who's leading this siege? Wait, what? Oh no, you're leading this siege, but it is not one of our allies. So, we might be shit out of luck here. I don't know, dude. It really depends. We might just get this single province out of this entire war, which would be a bit saddening. But I mean, it is what it is. Country civilization level goes up. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Wait, did you just siege me down here? How dare you? How dare you, you son of a gun. Yeah, these are not the symbols that we want to see there, to be honest with you. An unwelcome gift. Thucydides Priapete. Johan, what are you doing? A loyal servant of the state, yet a man of questionable aesthetic talent, has commissioned a statue in honor of Areus Argead. Citizens gather from far and wide, and when the unveiling takes place, Thucydides Priapete simply stands, arms folded, with a small smile plastered across his face as the crowd collectively withdraws in abject terror. This is hideous. All demolish it at once. Johan, why do you do this to me? Listen. Don't have to do this to me, you hear me? God damn it. I'm just gonna take the hit. You know, like, it's not that bad, all things considered. Not beautiful, but not that bad. Alright, they're gonna take all of this down. We're gonna see how it actually turns out. If they, you know, annex this, or whatever they do about it. The sacking of Lepreon. Areus Argead has led his men right. We've read this before. I think I'm just gonna let the looting be gentle. Siege is 1. Who exactly are we at war with here? Yeah, that's what I thought. I really wanted to just walk around and take them all, but now they've already been taken. Religious advance, Hellenistic state of Megalopolis gave us a gift. Small city-states are supporting us. This is just... What do you do about that? Red-handed. Several nights ago, Leontios Gillipede was discovered helping himself to a sizable quantity of gold from the national treasury. This is clearly a serious crime, however, there's something to be said for sweeping affairs like this under the carpet. Have him flogged. Leontios, what are you? Archigrammateus. Do you read to me? Because that sounds like that job, you know, grammar. The office of the royal steward, responsible for administering the collection of taxes and government spending for the monarch. Now what, have him flogged, boys. Can't even afford that, Jesus. Yeah, let's have him flogged. Sorry, mate. But I will end this episode right here. While we are at war over Laconia, and while others are vying to come into our territory here. You see this? I hate it. I hope that we can make our way through and beat Macedon back. They are not as strong as some might fear they are. I think we can do this in some way or another. I will see you in the next episode. Thank you so much for tuning in, and later, alligator.